Okay, welcome back, everybody, as we continue our Motzei Shabbos marathon with our second daf, Be'ezus Hashem Yisbarach, and we are holding on Daf Chav Gimel Amud Aleph. We are holding 8 lines from the top. We said that we know that Shtia is B'chlal Achila because it says by Ma'aser Sheni Achila, and it says Shecher, which is Midei de Meshakre. It's something that intoxicates, which is wine. Says who says other things intoxicate? Vidilma devela keilis. Maybe it's the devela keilis. This is a type of fig manufactured in keilis, which has intoxicating effects. The Tanya ochel devela keilis. If you eat a pressed fig of keilis or v'shasa dvash v'cholav, or you drink honey or milk, v'nichnas lamikdash. And you did the avodah chayiv. You're chayiv for doing it while being intoxicated. So shecher doesn't prove it. Ela gamar shecher minazir. We learn out strong beverage from nazir. Malahalon yayin. It's referring specifically to wine, not to a fig. Afkan yayin. So we see that shtia is b'chlal achila. Amarava afanan nami tanina. Rava says that we also learned that when you say eating, it includes drinking. If you said, I swear that I won't eat, and you eat and you drink, now, why is that a chiddush? Shtia is included in eating. It's that even though you did 2 maisim, you ate and you drank, if you said I swear that I won't eat, you ate and you did work, would there be any havamina that you're chayiv? That you're not chayiv? Of course, the malacha is not included in shvur shaloi eichel. If you're going to say that drinking is included in eating, this is an interesting question. If Bruce swears that he won't eat and he won't drink, and he ate and he drank, but why? If shtia is b'chlal achila, so when he swore that he won't eat, he already swore that he won't drink. Then when he says shaloi eshta, it would be a shvua on top of a shvua. Kevin shaloi eichel itzulei b'shtia, ki shaloi eshta my chayiv. Ilu shaloi eshta trei zimnei mi mechayiv tate, would he be chayiv twice? Ain't shvua chalal shvua. Amalei, so he says no. There it's talking about where Bruce said first, I swear not to drink, and then not to eat. So he swore not to drink, there's an isser of drinking. Even though shtia is b'chlal achila, achila is not included in shtia. So then when he says not to eat, the shvua is chal on eating. Hasam dama shaloi eshta v'hadarama shaloi eichel. So there, that's why the shvua is chal on shtia, because he said it first. The shtia b'chlal achila isa, but achila b'chlal shtia less. You don't have eating included in drinking. But says then what? In such a case, he would only be chayiv once. Then if so, he should have said a bigger chiddush. If he swears he won't eat and he won't drink, still he's only chayiv one. And surely if he just swears that he's not going to eat. Rather, we'll have to reverse that. We'll have to say that if Bruce swears that he's not going to eat and he's not going to drink, and he eats and drinks, he's chayiv twice. Why? If shtia is b'chlal achila, when he says shvur shaloi eichel, he included shtia, and then when he says shaloi eshta, ain't shvur chalal shvur. Here says the Gemara, since Bruce said shvur shaloi eichel b'shaloi eshta, he's revealing that when he said shaloi eichel, he only meant eating. Says the Gemara, l'olam k'dikatani, v'shani hacha. It's different over here. Since Bruce said I won't eat, that when he said shloi eichel, he meant achila dafka. The achila da amar achila grei dasi. Rav Ashi. So now Rav Ashi says Masnisa namideka. The Mishnah also is mashmedis that eating includes drinking. How do we see that from the Mishnah? Shvur shaloi oichel v'achal oichlin she'einu ruya l'achila v'shasa mashkin she'einu ruya l'shtiya poter. If he just said shvur shaloi oichel and he ate food that's not fit and drank drink that's not fit, he's poter. That implies, but if he had drink that was fit, he would be chayiv. Haru'uyin chayiv. But why? He only said shvur that he wouldn't eat. V'amai hashvur shaloi oichel kamer. So the Gemara tries to wiggle out of that proof by saying it means where he said shvur shaloi oichel v'shaloi eshta. Dilma dama tarte shvur shaloi oichel shvur shaloi eshta. So that's not a raya. We move now on to the next segment of the Mishnah. 4 lines from the bottom of Daf Chav Gimel Amud Aleph, and we're learning difficult Gemara. We have in mind to be Mekayim the mitzvah of a dibarta bam, la'asais nachas ruach liyotzreinu, getting ready for Kabbalas HaTorah. What better way to get ready for Kabbalas? People think that you get ready for Kabbalas HaTorah by buying flowers and getting blintzes. It's true, blintzes are good. Blintzes with sour cream is even better. But the best way to prepare for Shavuos, as Mark will tell you, is to learn. Right, Mark? Mark is going to try to have a perfect record next week. After all, he's not busy before Shavuos. Right, Mark? Before Shavuos, who's busy? Except for everybody. But anyway, Mark, it's great to have you. Bruce, it's also great to have you. You know, this once a week stuff is very hard on me. It's very hard on my system. And I don't want to hear any of this deraisa stuff, and doesn't work. You've been learning by me before anybody has ever heard of deraisa. Okay, shvur shaloi oichel. We said if Bruce swears not to eat, and then he has a hearty appetite, and he eats wheat, barley, and spelt, he's only chayiv once. But if he says shvur that I won't eat wheat, barley, and spelt, then he's chayiv 3 korbanos. Says Gemara, why should he be chayiv 3 korbanos? Maybe when he said shvur shaloi oichel pas chitin, pas sa'orim, and pas kusman, he wasn't trying to make 3 different shvuas. It was only one shvua, and he was coming to exclude that he's not chayiv if he has rice bread and millet bread and rye bread. Says the Gemara, v'dilma lemifter nafshei ma'achronaisa ka'asi. Says the Gemara, if he just meant to say and nothing else, and he only meant one shvua, why did he say pas by each one? By saying bread, pas chitin, pas sa'orim, pas kusman, he's making it 3 separate nadarim. Says the Gemara, v'dilma lachais, maybe he's coming to exclude that he's not making a shvua on chewing. That's why he said pas, not chewing it raw. Says the Gemara, still he didn't have to say the word pas 3 times. The Havalei Lamemer pas chitin usa'orim b'kusman. He just should have said pas chitin usa'orim b'kusman. He didn't have to say pas by each one. Says the Gemara, well, maybe b'dilma pas chitin, he's swearing not to have a loaf of wheat and lechel, and sa'orim b'kusman lachitz, and even not to chew on barley or spelt. So the Gemara says, well, he still didn't have to say the word pas 3 times. The Havalei Lamemer pas chitin, vishel sa'orin, vishel kusman. Says the Gemara, but maybe we have to get into Bruce's mind over here. The Nadarim is very exact. You know, it's like legalese. It's very exact. Vidilma al yedei tarubas. Maybe he meant only that he's not going to have a loaf mixed with wheat, barley, and spelt. That's why he had to say pas by each one. that you shouldn't think he was answering a mixed loaf. Ema v'chein shel sa'orin v'chein shel kusman. He just could have said pas shel chitin v'chein shel sa'orin v'chein shel kusman. Pas lamali. Why does he say loaf 3 times? Shmamina lechalek, to make each one a separate shvuah. Okay, now we're going to go to the drinks. Now the drinks are compounded. It's a problem because over there he doesn't say pas 3 times. So how do we know it's 3 separate shvuahs? Because we said if he says shvuah that he won't drink, and he drinks wine, oil, and honey, he's chayiv only once. But if he says shvuah that I won't drink wine, oil, and honey, he's chayiv 3. So the Gemara right away asks again, Bishloi mahasam, by the bread, the amrit miyatri pas l'chiyuva, that each time he mentioned bread, it's telling you a different shvuah. He just said shvuah that he won't drink sheker, yayin, dvash, and shemen. Maybe he just meant to exclude other things, Hawaiian punch. Maybe it just came to exclude other drinks, but not to make it 3 separate shvuahs. Amra Papa, you're right. This is talking about a special case. Amra Papa, we're talking about where the wine, oil, and honey are before him. He should have just said, I swear I won't drink these. Why did he have to specify yayin, shemen, and dvash? It must be for 3 separate shvuahs. Vidilma, if he would say shvuah shalei eshte elu, I would think only these. Vidilma eluhu deloi shasina, but achrina shasina, other oil I could drink, other wine I could drink. So it wouldn't be enough to say elu. Ela da'ama shvuah deloi shasina kigain elu. I swear that I won't have like these. He didn't have to say shemen, dvash, and yayin. Dilma kagain elu deloi shasina. Maybe he just meant like these. I won't drink these amounts, but batzer mehachi, less than them, or tfei mehachi shasina, or more I would. So that's why he has to say shemen, yayin, and dvash. Ela kagain da'ama shvuah shalei eshta mimin elu. I swear that I won't drink from these types. Says, well, there also I might think, Vidilma min eluhu delishasina. These types I won't drink, but these actual ones I could drink. Ha'inu gufayu shasina. Says the Gemara, Eima shaloi eshta ela uminayu. He could have said, I won't drink these and their types. And that would cover everything. Why did he have to say outright yayin, shemen, and dvash? To give a separate shvuah from each one. And by the way, when we learn these Gemaras, it's eminently clear how precise we have to be when it comes to shvuas and nedarim. It's mamish precision wording. It's the way, it's the way somebody like Eddie speaks in business. You got to be careful with Eddie because, you thought you bought the store and he's going to give you a few seeds. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, but Eddie, why don't we ask him?
What?
Why don't we ask the person what he meant?
This is when he says, I meant what the Rabbanim say. Now, Rav Acha B'Rei Rav Ika say a different thing by shemen, dvash, and yayin. B'misarav b'y chaveira yaskina. It's talking about where Yitzi is pushing Bruce to drink with him. Da'amalei bayu shesei imi yayin v'shemen udvash. Come and drink with me wine, oil, and honey. Da'ayalei leimer shvuah shalei eshti imach. I'm not drinking with you. Yayin, shemen, udvash, lamali. Why did he have to say all 3? L'chayev al kol achas v'achas. To be mechayev and meshvuah for each and every one. Now, Tnan Osam. Tain li chitin usa'ayrim v'kusmin sheyesh li biyadcha. Here Mel is demanding that I give him wheat, barley, and spelt that I owe him. Whoa. Tain li chitin usa'ayrim v'kusmin sheyesh li biyadcha. So I say, Mel, shvur she'ein lach biyadi klum. A shvur that I don't have anything. The din is, if it turns out that I do, so I have to bring a carbon shvur, but only one, because I said she'ein lach biyadi klum, ein chayiv ala achas. However, if I say shvur she'ein lach biyadi chitin usayim v'kusman, if I swear that I don't have wheat, barley, and spelt, then chayiv al kol achas v'achas. I'm chayiv a carbon for each one. Now the question is, if I say shvur she'ein lach biyadi chitin usayim v'kusman, am I chayiv 3 karbanos or 4 karbanos? Now why would I be chayiv 4 karbanos? Because I also said a kloli yistik a shvur she'ein lach biyadi, I don't have anything. And then I said chitin usayim v'kusman. So there's a tzad to say I should be chayiv 4 karbanos. One for saying shvur she'ein lach biyadi, and also for saying chitin and usayim and kusman. So that's a machlokes. Rabbi Yochanan says, first of all, that where I say that I don't have and I have a pruta, because you could only chayiv a carbon on a pruta, I have a pruta of a mixture of wheat, barley, and spelt, they combine. That everybody agrees with. However, pligi b'Ravacha v'Ravina, there's a machlokes Ravacha and Ravina, chanamar aprote mechayiv. I'm chayiv for the protim. I'm chayiv a shvua for denying the wheat, the barley, and the spelt. Aklolei loy mechayiv, but also for my prefatory comment, shvur she'ein lach biyadi, I'm not chayiv a carbon for that. V'chad amra klolei nami mechayiv. So now the Gemara says, hachamai. Over here, where Bruce says, shvur shaloi oichel, chitim sa'irim v'kusemes, and he eats it, is he chayiv 3 or is he chayiv 4 also for the klal of shvur shaloi eichel? Rava haki ashta, what's the comparison? Hasa mechayiv ha-klalo, mechayiv ha-prata. There, you're chayiv for the general statement, I don't have anything of his, and I'm chayiv on the prat, that I don't have wheat, barley, and spelt. Because if I would swear and swear again, mechayiv tarte, I would be chayiv for the 2 denials. If I swore not to eat, if swearing not to eat is a general statement, then the shvur is not chal anymore on the pratim, on the wheat, barley, and spelt, because then it would be a shvur, a pratim my chayiv mush b'vayminu. So here for sure, I'm only chayiv. Bruce is only chayiv 3 for eating barley, for eating spelt, and for eating wheat. Now, last piece of Gemara. Shvur shaloi eichel. If you swear not to eat and you eat food that's not fit, or you drink food that's not fit, you're pot. Shvur shaloi eichel. Nevelus, treifus, shkatzim, ramasim, and you eat them, the Rabbanan say chayiv. Hagufa kasha. Amit shvur shaloi eichel v'achal achal shein ruin lachila. V'shasa mashkin shein ruin yishriya potter. So you see, if it's not fit for eating, you're potter. V'adir tani shvur shaloi eichel v'achal neveis treifus, shkatzim, ramasim chayiv. But that's not fit. Maishna reisha the potter, or maishna sefer the chayiv. Says Gemara, holoi kasha. Reisha b'stam, where he says shvur that I won't eat, and he eats something that's not fit, he's not chayiv. V'seifa b'mefarish. So the Sefer is talking about where he swears not to eat nevelos, treifish, kotzim, or ramazim. So then he's going to be chayiv. Says the Gemara, mefarish, nami gufei tikshe, why should he be chayiv? But he's already forbidden to eat nevelos, treifish, kotzim, or ramazim on Har Sinai. Amai mushba ma'ar Sinai. So the Gemara says, oh, that's a machlokes. There's two pshatim. Rav and Shmuel, Rabbi Yochanan, Rav and Shmuel, Rabbi Yochanan in the Imrei b'kailol dvar ma'matarim im dvar ma'asurin, where he said Shmuel that I won't have satma meat and I won't have nevelos, treifish, kotzim, ramazim. So midday that it's chal on the satma meat, it's also chal on the nevelos. Reish Lakish Amar, no, it's talking about where he swears not to eat nevela, but he says I'm swear not to eat a chatzi share of nevela. So since Minat Torah nevela is only also because I is, so the Shmuel is chal on a chatzi share. Reish Lakish Amar I at the moitze eleiba mafarish chatzi share, where he specifically says I'm swearing not to have a half a share of nevelas, treifish, kotzim, ramazim, because that's not awesome Minat Torah. Awesome Minat Torah is only kazayis. Well, I'll leave the rabbanan. Or Rabbi Kiva says any shvua is on a kolshu. Ibistam, I'll leave it to Rabbi Kiva. Damar on the ma'isa atzim will be kolshu. So therefore, according to Rabbanan, the reason why we say if he swears that he's not going to have nevelas, treifish, kotzim, ramazim, he's chayiv, is where he swore not to have less than a kazayis. Since Minat Torah it's only also because kazayis. On less than a kazayis, he's not mushba v'ayim Mar Sinai, and therefore the shvua is chal. We're going to stop over here, Rabbi Say. This week, shir is at, shir starts at 8:50. Shir starts at 8:50 this week, and that's because of Svira. We'll be able to do better than that after Shavuos. And now we're going to learn the Mishnah Yomis.